Advise on initial contact. You have information. Echo.
Right, hi guys, here
Echo,
we are
Delta,
at Munich
Delta,
Airport.
Mike, airport information. Echo 2220 Zulu.
Echo
Weather, wind
Delta
2,
Delta
3,
Mike,
6
and
7
we'll be
visibility
on this
10
flight heading
0,000
to
sky condition
Innsbruck
ceiling
in Austria.
1,700
Lima
broken
Oscar
temperature
Whiskey
3 dew
Indigo.
point -1 QNH 1008.
Very short
Advise
flight.
on initial
According
contact.
to the
You have
flight
information.
time,
Echo.
it should be only around, well, 20 minutes, but
Echo Delta Delta Mike,
takes
airport
a lot
information.
longer than
Echo
Okay.
2220 Zulu.
You can
Weather,
hear-
wind 236 7 visibility 10,000 sky condition ceiling 1,700
It's called
broken
ATC.
temperature 3 dew point
Air
-1
Traffic
QNH
Information Service. They're
1008.
giving us our
Advise on
current
initial
weather
contact. You have
at
information.
Munich Airport.
Echo.
I'm just
Echo
after the
Delta
barometric
Delta Mike,
pressure.
airport information. Echo 2220 Zulu. Weather, wind 236 7 visibility 10,000 sky condition ceiling 1,700.
Echo Delta Delta Mike, airport information. Foxtrot 2220 Zulu. Weather, wind 236 7 visibility 10,000 sky condition ceiling 1,700 broken temperature 3 dew point -1 QNH 1008. Advise on initial contact. You have
1008
information.
is what we're
Foxtrot.
after, so we'll now change that to the current barometric pressure. You
Echo
can see we're
Delta
currently
Delta Mike, airport
1013.
information. Foxtrot 2220 Zulu.
1008.
Weather, wind
There we go.
236
Now we'll
7
turn that
visibility
off, 'cause we don't need
10,000
that
sky
anymore.
condition ceiling 1,007.
Goodbye.
Now if we have a quick look around the cockpit, there's our overhead panel. And if we come down here, that's our pedestal. And we'll look around the aircraft like that. And if we look outside, we'll
Clearance,
see
Air
we're
Berlin
sitting at
6188.
gate
We have the numbers
107
requesting clearance.
Air Berlin
at Munich
6188,
and
Roger,
we'll be
runway cleared,
starting up and pushing back
at the Mike,
and
Echo,
flying
Romeo,
to
Sierra,
Innsbruck.
6, November, and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 60.
So if we have a look outside here, you can see that we have external power available to the aircraft. So engines are shut
Clear
down.
to Echo Delta Delta Tango via the Mike Echo Romeo Sierra 6 November
Right, so
departure
what we
and
want to
as
do
filed.
is
Climb
we
and
want to have a
maintain
quick
flight
look.
level
We've got
60. Expect
running a
within
program
10
called
minutes
Active
departure on
Sky, which
27
will
decimal
give us
Dagger 5 Squawk
our
3476
current weather,
QNH
set our weather up
1008 Air
for
Berlin
Munich.
6188.
Air
So
Berlin 6188, read
we
back
have
correct.
an alternate
Roger, Air
runway
Berlin
of Echo
6188.
Delta Mike Oscar, which we'll type in and we'll go for a briefing. Now according to this weather briefing, that we'll be either taking off a runway 26 left or 26 right, and the barometric pressure
Clearance Lufthansa 2564.
is
We have the numbers
1008.
requesting clearance.
And
Lufthansa
in
2564,
or
what's your position?
Innsbruck will
We're at
be
gate
landing on
152.
runway 8.
Lufthansa
And
2564,
the
Roger,
barometric
runway
pressure
26 right,
there
cleared,
is
U, L, I,
1009.
the Oscar, Bravo, Alpha, X-ray, 6, Sierra, and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 90. Expect departure on 127.95.
So what we need to do is get some passengers on. So we will go to our doors
Cleared to
page,
uniform
which is
Lima
here.
Lima India via
Unfortunately,
the
you
Oscar
can't
Bravo
see my
Alpha
mouse
X-ray 6
going
Sierra
around. I've
departure
tried
and as
using the
filed. Climb
mouse
and
and it
maintain
crashes
flight
the
level
program.
90.
So
Expect within 10
the
minutes
recording
departure
program
on
that is.
127
So if I go to
decimal
doors,
Squawk
see our doors
3617
page
QNH
down
1008
here.
Lufthansa 2564.
Lufthansa 2564.
All the
read back
doors are
correct.
armed.
Contact
So
ground
we'll
on
have to
121.82.
disarm the doors. You can see now that they've been disarmed, and we will open some doors up, and we will open door 1 and door 2, and we'll also open our forward cargo and our aft cargo hatches. So if we look outside, we can see that our cargo hatches are opening. So once the passengers start boarding our cargo handlers, which are over here, we'll start getting baggage and start putting cargo onto the aircraft. Right, so doors are currently open, as we can see here on our doors page. The two forward doors on the port side and these cargo doors. Right, so we'll ask GSX.
Clearance Lufthansa 2218. We have the numbers requesting clearance.
Lufthansa 2218. What's your
To
position?
operate our
We're at
jetways.
gate 151.
Lufthansa
And we
2218.
want
Roger, runway
Lufthansa
26 right.
doing
Cleared
this.
LFBO via
And
Alpha, November,
that,
Kilo,
that,
Echo, 9,
that.
November,
And
and is
if
filed.
we go
Climb and
outside and
maintain
have a look.
flight level 60. Expect
You
departure
can
on
see now the cargo handlers here
127.95.
and the trolley
Transponder
carts.
is
They will go and get the
H1008.
containers full of
Clear to
baggage
Lima
and bring them
Foxtrot
back to the
Bravo
aircraft.
Oscar via the Alpha November Kilo Echo 9 November departure and as filed. Climb and maintain flight level 60. Expect within 10 minutes departure on 127.
Decimal
905 4321 in the box QNH 1008 Lufthansa 2218.
Lufthansa 2218. Readback correct. Contact ground on 121.82.
There we go, that's our jetway's done. Now we'll request boarding. And you see our cargo handlers
Clearance delivery Delta 131 with the information request clearance.
Delta
Start moving in.
131. Roger, runway cleared. KATL via the India, November, Papa, Uniform 2, November, and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 90. Expect departure on 127.95. Transponder is 4504. QNH 1008.
Cleared at KATL via India, November, Papa, Uniform 2, November. Climb and maintain flight level 90 within 10 minutes after
What you can
departure.
hear in the
Depart on
background is other
127.95.
aircraft
Log 4
asking for
504,
clearance
QNH
from the
1008,
controller
Delta
so that they
131.
can
Delta
initiate their
131,
own flights,
readback
which
correct.
we'll be doing a
Roger,
little
Delta
later on.
131.
Okay, so today it's only
Clearance
plus 3
Lufthansa
degrees, so it looks as
2094. We have the
though we
numbers
won't
requesting
have
clearance.
to
Lufthansa
be doing any
2094.
de-icing,
Roger,
hopefully,
runway
on
cleared.
the aircraft.
DDV via the Tango, Uniform, Lima, Sierra 3, Whiskey, and
However,
is filed.
let's
Climb and maintain
go
flight level
to
80.
our
Expect departure on
flight management
127.95. Transponder is 1312. QNH 1008.
Cleared to Echo
Now,
Delta
before
Delta
we
Victor
do
via
that,
the Tango
actually,
Uniform
I
Lima
might,
Sierra 3 Whiskey departure and as filed. Climb and maintain flight level 80. Expect
I might
within 10
actually
minutes
just go up
departure
here.
on 127.
decimal
905
And I'll turn all
1312
my
in the
fuel
box
tanks
QNH 1008 Lufthansa 2094.
Lufthansa 2094. Readback correct.
Roger, Lufthansa 2094.
Clearance delivery.
Now that our
Lufthansa
engines are
2286
stopped, we
with
don't
the
need our
information
fuel
request
tanks
clearance.
on. Our
Lufthansa
crossfeed valves
2286.
are
Roger,
still
runway cleared.
active.
EBBR.
And
Flight runway
we'll
heading
turn
climb and
our
maintain flight
APU
level 80.
engine blade switch
Expect
off,
departure on
and we'll turn our cargo
127.95. Transponder
heat
is
off,
4743.
and we'll
QNH
turn
1008.
Cleared at EDB bar runway heading. Climb and
to
maintain
auxiliary.
flight level 80
This
within
here
10
will
minutes after
enable
departure.
fuel
Departure on 127.
to be transferred for the APU
QNH
from this
1008
tank
Lufthansa
here.
2286.
Now we'll
Lufthansa
turn our nav light on
2286.
because we are now
Readback
in the process
Roger,
of starting the
Lufthansa
aircraft up.
2286.
Right, now we'll go to our
Clearance
flight management
Lufthansa
computer
2110. We have the numbers requesting clearance.
Lufthansa
and
2110. Are you ready to
our
copy?
reference
We're ready. Go
airport
ahead.
is
Lufthansa
T
2110.
Echo
Roger, runway cleared.
Delta
EDW via
Delta.
India, November, Papa, Uniform 3, Echo, and is filed. Climb and
We'll
maintain flight
insert
level
that.
90. Expect departure
We
on
go to our route page,
127.95.
and our
Transponder
origin
is
for our flight
7232. QNH
is
1008.
the
Cleared to Echo Delta Delta Whiskey via the India November Papa
And
Uniform
our
3 Echo
destination
departure and as
is
follows. Climb and maintain
Lima,
flight level 9 expect within
Oscar,
10 minutes. Departure on
Whiskey,
127.
Decimal.
905 Squawk
And we'll
7232
insert that.
QNH 1008 Lufthansa 2110.
Our flight
Lufthansa
number for
2110.
today is
Read back
Qantas
direct.
flight
Contact ground on
QF78.
121.82.
Roger, going to
There we go.
121.
Decimal.
A2 Lufthansa
Right, so we've
2110.
done that. Now we have to go to ACAR's page. So if we come back out here
Clearance
and we'll have a
delivery
look down here.
0803 with the
As
information
we can
request
see
clearance.
here, this is our
803.
ACAR's.
Roger, runway cleared to LGAV via the Oscar
Which is,
Bravo
our
Alpha X-ray 6
communication
Sierra
and-
and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 80. Expect departure on 127.95.
Communication services which
Transponder
will
is
connect us to our main
4063
base, our
QNH
office, and they can
1008.
upload
Clear to
our flight
LGAV by
plans
the
for us.
Oscar Bravo Alpha
Instead of
X-ray
us
6 Sierra.
actually
Climb and
having to
maintain flight level
visually,
80 within 10 minutes
physically
after departure.
insert
Departure on
them
127.
into the,
905 Squawk
FMC.
4063 QNH 1008.
You can hear in the background all the passengers are starting to board the aircraft. Now, if we have a look
Roger,
outside, we can see
803.
now that the cargo has all arrived. And
Clearance
they are
2318. We have the
loading
numbers
that onto
requesting
the
clearance.
aircraft as well.
2318. Roger, runway cleared to ELLX via the Echo Victor India Victor 4 Quebec and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 90. Expect departure on 127.95. Transponder is 6572
Right,
QNH 1008.
Pre-flight.
Cleared to Echo Lima Lima
Okay,
X-ray
once
via the
again,
Echo
our
Victor
origin
Indian Victor 4
is
Quebec departure and as
Echo
follows.
Delta
Climb and maintain
Delta
flight
Mike.
level 90. Expect within 10 minutes. Departure on
And
127.
our
Decimal.
destination
9056572 in the box QNH 1008 2318.
2318. Read back correct.
Roger 2318.
Now, it currently, we started this at 10
Clearance
o'clock.
delivery 158 with the information request clearance.
Local time.
2158.
For the
Roger,
simulator.
runway cleared to
So we're hoping
EAN via
to
Kilo
clear out of
India
here
Romeo
by,
Delta 3 November
10:30.
and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level
And as we
90.
mentioned
Expect
before,
departure
our
on
flight time is only 33
127.95.
minutes.
Transponder is
So we'll put that in.
6456 QNH
According to my flight
1008.
plan.
Clear to EEE by Kilo India Romeo Delta 3 November.
And our airline code is
10
QF.
minutes after departure on 127. Decimal.
Now what we're doing now is we're
QNH 1008
going to make a connection. And we're
2158.
syncing
Read
our
back
data
correct.
link.
Contact ground
And
on
when we've
121.82.
established that, it'll
Roger,
become active.
121.
So now we can
Yes, 182.
directly
158.
talk to our main base.
Clearance 2136. We
Now,
have
if
the
you're
numbers
interested
requesting
in
clearance.
what a flight plan looks like, this is where I'm getting a lot of my information
Victor
for
Alpha
this,
Victor
which is an
Oscar 3
established
Whiskey
flight
and is
plan.
filed. Climb and maintain flight level 80. Expect
These are our
departure on
loadings for our zero fuel
127.95.
weights,
Transponder is
and then we've got our
5546 QNH
departure
1008.
information.
Cleared to
We've
Echo
got
Delta
our
Delta
flight
Golf via the
plan
Victory Alpha
coming
Victor
down
Oscar
here,
3 Whiskey
arrival
departure and as
information,
follows. Climb
and
and
we've got
maintain
our
flight level 80.
fuel
Expect within 10 minutes. Departure on
details.
127.
Decimal.
905
Primarily what a
5546
flight plan
QNH
looks like.
1008 2136.
2136. Read back correct.
Right, so as you can see here, we've
2136.
now got an active data link. Okay.
Clearance delivery 1636 with the
So
information
if
request
we go
clearance.
back to where we were before,
1636. What's your position?
and we can send a request now because we've got an active
Roger,
data
runway
link,
cleared
and
to
we can request
EEO via the
this
Tango
flight,
Uniform Romeo
all the
Bravo
waypoints
7
for
Quebec
this
and is
flight,
filed. Climb
so
and
that we
maintain
don't have
flight
to
level
physically
90.
just log
Expect
them in,
departure
which
on
is very tedious and
127.95.
time-consuming. And
Transponder
we're
is
going to request that.
2776 QNH
Now,
1008.
as you can see
Clear to
here,
EEO
it says
via
sending,
Tango Uniform
request
Romeo Bravo
sending.
7 Quebec. Climb and maintain flight level 90 within 10 minutes after departure on 127. Decimal 905 Squawk 2776. QNH
Okay, so it's accepted it and it's saying load.
1636.
Okay, so we'll
Read back
load
correct.
that up.
Roger 1636.
Uplink loading.
Clearance 1630. We have the numbers requesting clearance.
1630. Roger, runway cleared to
Right,
EPWR
so it's
via
been
the
loaded.
Tango Uniform
I don't
Lima
wish to
Sierra
activate
6
it yet,
Sierra
but let's
and
go
is
to
filed.
our leg
Climb and
stage and
maintain
we can
flight level
see
80. Expect departure on
there's the leg
127.95.
Turbo, Bradley, and
Clear
the three
2
primary
Echo Papa Whiskey
waypoints
Romeo
for
via the
this
Tango
flight,
Uniform
being
Lima
only a
Sierra
very
6
short
Sierra departure on as follows. Climb and
So we
maintain
go to our
flight
departure
level 80.
arrival
Expect within
page,
10 minutes. Departure on
in
127.
preparation
Decimal
for
in the box QNH
actual
1008
more data once we've
1630.
1630.
contacted control.
Feedback correct.
Because we don't know what runway we need to take off
Roger,
here
going to
until control
121
tells us.
Decimal.
A2 1630.
Right, so let's deal with fuel now. Oh, here we go, we've got a bit of rain, folks. It's starting to rain.
1658.
Look at
Roger,
this.
runway cleared.
So it's gonna be a
LRTR
wet
Mike
takeoff.
Echo Romeo Sierra 4 Echo and is filed. Climb
Now,
and
if it's a
maintain
little
flight
bit
level
colder, it'll be
60.
snowing.
Expect departure on
But anyway.
127.95. Transponder is 4162
Okay, let's have a look at our fuel.
Cleared
Now,
LRTR by Mike Echo Romeo Sierra 4 Echo. Climb
let's
and
go
maintain flight
to
level 60
fuel.
within 10 minutes after departure. On
Now, once again, according to our flight plan, we have a look here.
1658. 1658.
Our release is
Contact ground on
32,087.
121.82.
That's how much fuel we
Roger,
need.
121. 1658.
32,087.
Clearance delivery LXMWG with the information request clearance. LXMWG. Roger, runway cleared. EGSU via the Bravo, India, Bravo, Alpha 3, Whiskey, and is
Right,
filed.
now
Climb and
let's-
maintain flight level 80. Expect
We need
departure
our
on
payload. We need to get our
127.95.
zero fuel
Transponder is 2512 QNH 1008. Clear to EGSU via Bravo, India, Bravo, Alpha 3, Whiskey. Climb and
Now here
maintain
we
flight
go.
level 80 within 10 minutes
Zero
after
fuel
departure.
weight
Departure
is
on 1.7.
514.2.
512. QNH 1008 LXMWG. LXMWG. Readback correct. Roger, LXMWG.
4.2, and we'll put that in over here. Right, so there we go.
Clearance
our
Shamrock
loading is done.
353. We have the numbers requesting clearance.
Lingus 353. What's your position?
We're at gate 203.
Lingus 353. Roger, runway cleared. EIDW via the Alpha Lima Golf 2 Echo.
Okay, so now we're going to talk to
Climb and maintain
control, and
flight
we're
level
going to
90.
request clearance.
Expect departure on 127.95. Transponder is 4547 QNH 1008.
Cleared to Echo India
I've
Delta
got to
Whiskey
wait
via
for
the
the
Alpha
break.
Lima Golf 2 Echo departure and as
Can't
climb and maintain
talk
flight
over
level
the top.
90. Expect within 10 minutes. Departure on 127.
Decimal.
9054547. In the box QNH 1008. Shamrock 353.
Lingus 353. Readback correct.
Roger, Shamrock 353.
Clearance delivery, Qantas QF78. Our parking position is Terminal 1 Gate 107 with the information request clearance. QF78. Cleared. Lima, Oscar, Whiskey, India via the Tango, Uniform, Romeo, Bravo, 7, Sierra, and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 60. Expect flight level 130. Departure on 127.95. Transponder is 4704 QNH 1008. Cleared at Lima, Oscar Whiskey, India via Tango,
So my
Uniform,
initial
Romeo, Bravo,
altitude
7,
is
Sierra, climb and
6,000,
maintain flight level 60,
given the
flight level
barometric
160 within 10
And
minutes
I've
after
also
departure.
given the
Departure on
transponder code,
127,
which we'll have a look at.
Squawk 4704, QNH 1008, Qantas QF78.
As we see here, our transponder code is 4704. So we go down here,
Roger, 1,
and here's our transponder over here,
881, just about to call you, push approved, facing to the north of the blue line.
Push approved, face north blue line, 881.
Clearance Southbound 1784. We have the numbers requesting clearance.
there we go. Right, so now our aircraft has been
Ground
identified.
1636,
So
request
wherever
taxi.
they see this number
1636.
on their
Taxi
radar,
via
they
Oscar
know
2
it's
Sierra
us.
and Bravo 15 to runway
It's called the
26
next
left.
MDR
By Oscar
code
Sierra, Bravo
for
15 to runway 26 left, 1636.
So here you can see our departure information. We're running out on a SID called Turb 7S for runway 26 left, and we're
Ground
expecting
2136.
approach
Ready to taxi.
2136.
Star
Taxi via Oscar
RTT
3
1B
Sierra and
approaching
Bravo
runway
15 to runway
RNAV
26
runway
left.
Via
Z08.
taxiways Oscar 3 Sierra Bravo
trans
15 to
LM
runway 26
on
left
runway
2136.
So that's our current flight data that they've given us for this flight. Right, but what I want to do is I just want to confirm this departure runway of 26 left according to wind. So if we bring up our active sky weather here, hang on, we'll just close this and we'll go our weather for EDDM. And our wind is 250 at 10 knots, so that's good. Runway 26 is ideal. It's perfect. Okay. Right, so we've just confirmed that. Okay, so we'll bring that flight data back up again and we'll show you how we actually use it. Right, so let's go back to our flight management computer again, and we go to our departure page.
Aeroflot 2321,
And
start
as
up
you
and
can
push back
see,
approved.
it's told
Roger,
us
Aeroflot
that
2321.
our departure is runway 26 left. Okay, there we go. There we go. Boarding is complete. Now they've got all the passengers on board and the cargo. So we'll deal with that shortly. Right, now our SID out of here is Turb 7S. So we go to just work our way up the alphabet.
Ground Aeroflot 2321, request
7S.
taxi.
There we go.
Aeroflot
Click on that.
2321, taxi via Oscar 3 Sierra
Now,
Bravo
our
15 to runway
arrivals
26
into
left. Via Oscar 3
Innsbruck
Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left.
We'll
Aeroflot
be landing
2321.
on RNAV runway Z08. That's Y. That's not the one we want. The one we hear, RNAV Z08, we want that one selected. See, we've selected that. And our star is RTT1B. There it is there. That's our star. We've selected that, and it's trans LM, and we've selected that. So now if we go to our legs page, what we've got to look for, that everything is connected up, and there's a word
Qantas, Quebec, Foxtrot 78,
Squawk
Squawk 4704.
Apparent, we have to
Squawk
correct it. We'll make the
4704,
join.
Qantas QF78.
Ground
Everything's looking good so
1630,
far.
ready to taxi.
1630,
so far.
taxi via November, Mike,
Looking
Alpha
good.
15 to
Right.
runway 26, right.
Taxi to runway 26 right
So we're
via
actually
November
going to
Mike Alpha
activate this
15
now, so we'll
1630.
activate it and execute it. So we've totally accepted the flight plan as it is. Now it's telling us here that there's wind data uplink. That's coming from our head office, and they've got some weather information for us that we can also include into the FMC. So we'll click on that and we'll load the weather data. This gives us weather at different altitudes en route. And we've also got a destination forecast uplink, which we will also do. Hang on.
Ground Lufthansa 2063 is clear of the runway, request taxi to parking. Lufthansa 2063, taxi via Mike 2K250. Via Mike 2K250.
Right, we'll
Lufthansa
execute that.
2063.
And now we go to this one and we load. There we go. See, it's telling us a flight level 35,000. The wind is coming to 217 at 27 knots, and down at 10,000 it's coming from 238 at 12 knots, and so on. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll just put some more data into the aircraft. ZFW we know is 514.2 because we put it in early. Now we have to find out from our flight
Ground
plan
2262,
how
requesting
much
engine
fuel
start
we
push
carry
back.
for reserve.
2262.
So if we bring
Start
our
up and
flight
push
plan
back
over
approved.
here,
Start up and push approved 2262.
you see final reserve is 9.8. Right, so we put in 9.8 into here. 9.8. Now the cost index is a correction factor. I normally use 200. It means how slippery the aircraft is. The correlation between speed and fuel management. Do you want to go there really fast and use a lot of fuel and be very expensive, or you want to go there much slower and yeah, so it's out of 1,000, so we want a factor of 200. Right. Right. Now, our cruising altitude is 13,000, so we put in 130. That's a shortcut for 13,000. So put in the zeros on the end. Now, thrust limitation. This is the degree. If we're only running very light, which we are, we don't need to give the aircraft full thrust on takeoff because it's just a waste of fuel. We only need enough fuel to get the aircraft to our VR and V2 speeds within the length of the runway. So our flight plan has given us some factors on that. If we have a look at the flight plan, we will see that for takeoff, for departure, we've got this figure D T02 plus 63C. Now that's a D rate. We're going to derate on 2, and a 63C is a correction factor. The variable, the number, is the amount of temperature. So we derate it by temperature. So it's O2 at 63. So here we go 2. We click on that. And we put in 63 as a correction factor. Now that's given us our D rate. Now we go to takeoff. Now according to the flight plan, we're taking off with flaps 10. Right. We're also going to put in wet here because it's actually been raining. So it's a wet environment on the tarmac. Right, so here's our what we call our V speeds, our reference V speeds. We'll instigate those into the flight management computer, and our trim will give us a center of gravity figure. It means how much attitude or elevated trim that we need for takeoff, which is 4.9. So we add 10 knots to this as a correction factor, and that comes to 158, 4.9. So here we go, 158. And if we have a look down here, you'll see.
Push approved facing south, blue line, lift hands at
Yeah, this
368.
is our trim. We want 4.9 here, so I'll use my controller, my yoke, to get to 4.9, which is about there. Okay, so now we've set our trim for the aircraft up. Now, because let's have a look outside. There we go, you see we better close these doors and seal everything up due to the rain. So over here we'll go back to our doors page, which we can see here. Close all. Right. So we can see that these doors will start to close.
Ground 1934, request taxi.
1934, taxi via Oscar 3 Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left.
By Oscar 3 Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left.
There we go, they're all closed. Now we'll arm them. Get the hosties to arm the doors, which they're all armed, and cross-check. You may have heard them about please arm all doors and cross-check, which they've just completed. Right, so let's have a look here. We've actually set the flight plan up, and okay, so we've got to set our autopilot page up here, which we can see in front of us. So we're going to put our VORs on.
Lufthansa 1834, taxi via Oscar 1 Alpha 15 to runway 26 right.
Via taxiways
And,
Oscar 1 Alpha 15 to runway 26
flight
right.
director on,
Lufthansa
order
1834.
thrust on, flight director on the first officer's side. We'll put our weather radar on, and if we go along a little bit, we'll put this weather radar on, and we'll set that to 40 nautical miles range. Right, so we'll put LNAV and VNAV on, and there's our autopilot pretty well set up, except for our heading. What we want is the heading for runway 26 left. So what we've got here, and we'll just go to down here, we'll go to our legs page. That's it. Right, so this shows all our waypoints. So what you don't seem to realize is that I also have another map on another monitor here next to me. I'll see if I can show this to you. If I just bring it over here. There we go. So this is basically where we are here in Munich, and this is our SID, our departure route down to here, and then this section here is our actual flight plan.
Ground
And then this is our star, the green one.
Dolomiti 8202,
So you've got to sit
taxi
in a
via
star,
Oscar 2
you've
Sierra
got to
Bravo
sit,
15
a main
to
flight
runway
plan, a
26 left.
star,
Right,
and an
Oscar 2
approach.
Sierra Bravo 15
And this is
to
our
runway 26
approach
left.
into
Dolomiti
Innsbruck.
8202.
Okay, so we have to make a few corrections. We've got to set our flight plan up basically. So let's have a look. So if we go to, we click on that, and we go to our runway, which we're taking off, is 26 left. Okay, so we click that one. Right, so that tells the map that
Ground easy 8982, ready to taxi.
Easy
Now, I'm
8982,
gonna
taxi
click this
via
up here,
Oscar
and
3
that will
Sierra
put our
Bravo
aircraft on
15 to
the map.
runway
There we go.
26
See
left.
that
Via
pink
taxiways
line,
Oscar 3 Sierra
arrowhead?
Bravo 15
That's
to runway
us.
26
That's where we
left.
are.
Easy
Right
8982.
now, and we're going to
Ground 2325 is clear of the runway. Request taxi
Turb
departing.
7S.
2325, taxi via Bravo
There we go.
12 Whiskey 22 Gate 151.
Right, Bravo 12 Whiskey 22 Gate 150 12325.
Now, so if we click on Turb 7S, and we will show chart overlay. Okay, and if we show navigation waypoints.
Ground 1, requesting engine start.
1,
There
engine
we
start
go.
approved.
So
Start
what we'll be
approved,
doing
1.
is we'll be taking off from runway 26 left, and then we'll be going to DM049. And what we'll do is if we reduce the screen and bring up our flight management computer as well. I don't
Ground
know whether
1,
we can
ready
do
to taxi.
1, taxi via Delta 6 November Alpha 15 to runway 26 right.
Via taxiways Delta 6 November Alpha 15 to runway 26 right 1.
Okay, there we go. See, we've got here on my flight management computer DM049. Well, there
Ground
it is there.
Dolomiti
That's what it means.
1712. Request
It's
taxi.
that point in
Dolomiti
space.
1712,
Then we go
taxi
to
via Oscar 3
DM050.
November
There
Alpha
it is
15
there. Then
to
we
runway
go to
26 right.
OTT.
Right, Oscar 3
There it
November
is
Alpha
there.
15
And then we go to
runway 26
Turb,
right. Dolomiti
which is
1712.
down here. And that's the end of our SID. A SID is a designed departure corridor for that airport, depending on which runway you're taking off
Lufthansa
and which
1676,
direction
start up and push
primarily
back
your
approved.
flight
Start up
plan
and
is
push
heading.
approved. Lufthansa
We're heading south.
1676.
So this is the most appropriate SID for us. There are many SIDs at an airport and many stars depending on whether you're going north, south, east or west or which runway you're taking off. So this is our one. This confines all the aircraft to set routes rather than just having random aircraft going everywhere and anywhere they
taxi
like.
via
which,
Whiskey 2
as we
November
know,
Alpha
cause an
15
accident.
to runway 26 right.
Taxi to
So,
runway 26 right.
let's
via
now
Whiskey 2
go
November
to
Alpha
departure.
15 Lufthansa 1676.
So here's our destination, right? So we're actually going to where we'll be arriving at runway Z8, which has already been selected, and our arrival will be star RTT1B, which has been selected, and will be LMM is our runway. So if we have a look at this and show chart overlay, there we go. So we'll be coming down here and then we'll be heading straight across here. This is the star approach, same
Ground
as the SID,
Canadian
but
953,
for
request startup.
arrivals.
United
So we're going
953,
to right
engine start
across to
approved.
LMM,
Roger, United 953.
and then if we go to our approach chart,
Ground
our
Canadian
approach chart
953,
looks
request
like
taxi.
this.
United 953, taxi via
We'll
Romeo
be coming
Sierra
here.
Bravo 15 to
This is
runway
a really
26
tricky
left.
approach
Right,
because
Romeo,
it's not
Sierra
straight
Bravo
on. Here's a
15,
runway
runway
here.
26
We
left.
actually do
United
a dog leg
953.
down the valley, then we do another dog leg, and then we actually arrive at runway 8. Right, so there is no ILS glide scope here. I have to do all this manually and navigate the aircraft down through these mountains into this corridor, and I'm sure you'll never see a 747 land at Innsbruck. This is a first, believe me. The aircraft's too big to land, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, so if we show waypoints for this, so if we go to next page, we will see once again we've got Rattenberg, and then we've got LMM, which is up here, and then W751 and 50, 51 and 52 here, and then if we go to the next page it goes on, and then we do our final landing. So this computer is showing here, you can visually see actually where we're going and what we're doing. So and why we're doing it. So this gives you a bit of an overview. It's a wonderful program. This really is. So initially though, what we want to do is we want to go to have a look at our airport. Okay, so here we are. This is where we're physically at Munich Airport. So we're at this arrowhead. So when we push back, we're actually going to come backwards this way. So our nose will go around to the left, and then we'll taxi up here, and then we'll taxi either this one N or M, and then we'll go down here, and then we'll 8 left. We'll stand by here and we'll request takeoff. So we'll just get rid of this now. We'll put this over here. Right. So let's close some windows. We've done all the doors, haven't we? That's all. Let's just confirm that, shall we? Hang on. There we go. Everything's closed up. Okay. Right, so let's do fuel. Okay, so if we go over here to our fuel page, and we'll have a look at our fuel, and then we'll go up here, and we'll set our fuel up. As we see, we've got 8 ton of fuel in each tank. Sorry, 8,000 pound of fuel, not 8 ton. This is pounds, this is not kilos. Okay, so we need to turn on, these are the appropriate, so main, we'll turn that on. You see it's active now. Main 2 and main 3. We don't have any fuel in any other tanks because it's a short flight. So there we go. So we've got all those turned on, and we're going to turn these crossfeed valves off here 1 and 4 so that the fuel will be fed directly from that tank to that engine on every case.
Stand 120,
So
continue
we turned off
Charlie
our
47
crossfeed
upright
valve there and our crossfeed valve there.
contact tower 187,
This is called the 100,000 pound rule. If we're under 100,000 we can do this. Just keeps everything nice and trim. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start up our APU and we're going to disconnect from ground power. Right, so if we bring up our stats page, which is
Ground
here,
Dola meeting A240
this is our
requesting
stats
engine
page.
start and push back.
Dola
And
meeting
we're actually
A240,
going to
start up and push back
our
approved.
APU.
Start up and push approved. Dola meeting A240.
Now, when our N1 here becomes 99, it will be available for us to start our APU up. Now over here you'll see APU Gen 1 and APU Gen 2.
Ground Dola meeting A240 ready to taxi.
Dola meeting A240, taxi via Oscar 3 Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left.
Taxi to runway 26 left
becomes
via
99%.
Oscar 3 Sierra Bravo 15. Dola meeting A240.
Up to 60, 70%, 80%.
Ground
90,
Lufthansa
that's it.
2035 is clear
There
of the
we
runway.
go.
Request
APU
taxi
Gen
departing.
1, we'll turn that on.
Lufthansa 2035, taxi via Mike November Delta 6
We
Oscar
don't need
3
this
2K
anymore.
313.
And then
Right,
we'll
Mike
start
November
our
Delta 6
APU
Oscar 3
engine bleed switch.
313 Lufthansa
Right, so now
2035.
we've actually got onboard power. Now, our lighting, because we're active, we have to turn all lights on. Not just our nav light, but our wing light, logo light, strobe light, and beacon, both, upper and lower. Okay, so that's that done. Got the doors. Now what we'll do now is we'll go to our ground, contact ground and say, hey guys, we've got our own APU up and running, we don't need you anymore. Could you please get rid of our ground power and take our wheel chocks out. Right, let's go and have a look at that.
Ground India Quebec Echo Yankee uniform ready to taxi.
India Quebec Echo Yankee uniform, taxi via Mike 2 parking spot 239.
Taxi via Mike 2 parking spot
Right,
239
we'll
India
move
Quebec Echo Yankee uniform.
Right, so as you can see, all our wheel chocks now are gone from the wheels, and also that auxiliary generator that was there with the lead is now disconnected. So we're free of, the only thing we've got is still got jetways coming to the plane, all the doors are closed, and they will be pulled back once we've requested pushback. Right, so there's a few things now that we have to do. We have to now put our smoking signs and seatbelt signs on. So we have got to set this to RTO, that's our emergency braking, or if we abort. Confirm.
Ground B5 Killer is clear of the
Now,
runway. Request taxi to parking.
This is where
Delta
we just
5 Lima
put
Kilo
our flight
Lima,
number
taxi
in,
via Tango
so
2
that
parking
we
spot
don't
5.
forget.
Via Tango 2 parking position position 5
Right, QF78. And we'll test for oxygen bleed for our emergency face mask. Okay. And what we need to do, okay, so we need to, if we bring this map back again, we'll have a look. We want the, as we see, 8 left is bearing 080, okay? So we need to change this to 80.
Ground Lufthansa 1820, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 1820, taxi via Oscar 2 Sierra
That's
Bravo
runway
15
heading.
to runway 26 left.
Via taxiways Oscar 2 Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left, Lufthansa 1820.
So this is, as we can see, this is our current position here, and this is runway 26 left, which we'll be heading to. And then we'll be flying doing a left-hand turn out. And then we'll be going across to, this is currently at 80 mile range. That's back to 40, 20, 10 and 5. Okay. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure that these are the emergency lights, and also make sure that they're armed. We're going to test our fire systems. If we come down here, we're going to wind shear alert. We're going to test.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Okay, so that's passed. Now we're going to test our TCAS, which is traffic collision
Ground Lufthansa
avoidance
480,
system.
request taxi.
Lufthansa 480, taxi via November Mike Alpha 15 to runway
checking for
26
aircraft
right.
around
By
us.
November Mike Alpha 15 to runway 26 right. Lufthansa 480.
TCAS test. Pass.
Right, so that passed. So that's good. No problem. Right, so we also we're going to turn our 2 pack switches off for startup. 1, 2 and 3, so we've got enough duct pressure to actually start the engines, and we will also do a light switch, make sure that all the lights are working on the aircraft. Okay. Now, naturally, your first officer would be helping. I'm doing everything all by myself, so we'd be conferring and comparing systems. What we can also do is, right now, is to confirm that all our controls are operational. This would normally be done later, but we can do it now. And foot pedals or rudder pedals. Okay.
Ground Lufthansa 2065, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 2065, taxi via Mike 2K252.
Taxi via Mike
Now we do some
2K252,
checklists.
Lufthansa 2065.
Cockpit preparation checklist, please.
Cockpit preparation checklist. Exterior inspection.
Completed.
Battery.
On.
APU.
On.
generators.
Running.
Weather briefing.
Completed.
Parking brake.
Set.
Gear.
Checking green light.
Throttles.
Idle.
Speed brake.
Retract.
Flaps.
All up.
Com radios.
Checked.
Transponder.
Standby.
Fuel.
Loaded and verified.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
External lighting.
Off.
Window heat.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Passenger signs.
Off.
Checklist complete.
From the 3902, contact tower 1205, goodbye.
Right, now I'm going to contact control and request pushback.
Ground Qantas QF78. Request startup and pushback.
QFA QF78. Contact ground on 121.82.
Okay, they give me
1.1. Decimal 82.
runway
Qantas
change,
QF78.
frequency change. Contacting ground.
Ground Qantas QF78. Request startup and pushback.
Qantas, Quebec Foxtrot 78. Startup and pushback approved.
Copy.
Roger. Qantas QF78.
Now I'll do a start checklist.
Start checklist to follow.
Start checklist. Passenger boarding.
Completed.
Air conditioning panel.
Checked.
Strobe lights.
On.
Autopilot.
Off.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Right. Okay, so we need our engine page here for our start, so we can see our duct pressure. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to contact our pushback here, and we're going to do that. So we need to go nose to the left, and we go prepare for pushback and ice. Okay, so we need to do some ice treatment. Warning, yes. So I've got a de-icing machine coming, so I'm requested to do a de-ice. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to de-ice the wings. Been sitting here for a while, so I better get it done. See, as you can see, the jetways are pulling back now. Doesn't look very nice, does it? This is currently at Munich. Weather today, this is exactly what's going on as we speak. As is all the aircraft that are there, the gates are actual aircraft in real time. Those are the planes that would be there at this point in time.
push approved, face house orange
And here comes our de-ice.
737 on out of Charlie 3. Confirm?
Now it's already clear for you.
Confirm, aircraft is ready for treatment. We begin treatment now and observe fluid type 1. Concentration at 50%. I will call you back when ready.
Now what's going to happen here is that I can't
Ground
do a
Lufthansa
startup
1780, request
straight up.
Lufthansa 1780, taxi via Whiskey to November, Alpha 15, to runway 26, right.
By Whiskey to November, Alpha 15. runway 26 right,
after
Lufthansa
pushback and when
1780.
the parking brakes have been applied. Then you can start the aircraft up, so it's a little bit slower this way. Okay, that's one done.
De-icing and anti-icing completed, and de-icing code is fluid type 1. Concentration at 50%. I'm disconnecting. Good day.
Ground Lufthansa 105, ready to taxi.
Due to icing conditions,
Lufthansa
please stand by
105,
for engine
taxi
start
via Delta
until
3
push
Sierra
completed
Bravo
and brake set.
15 to runway 26 left.
Taxi to runway 26 left via Delta 3 Sierra Bravo 15, Lufthansa 105.
As you can see, our
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Locking gear. Departure check completed. Pipe has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brake set.
Ground Lufthansa 2038, request startup and pushback.
Lufthansa 2038, startup and pushback approved.
Roger, Lufthansa 2038.
Well, I hope he's got his winter woolies on. It'd be a bit cold out there, I think.
Ground Lufthansa 2038, request taxi.
Lufthansa 2038, taxi via Oscar 1 Alpha 15 to runway 26 right.
Via Oscar 1 Alpha 15 to runway 26 right, Lufthansa 2038.
This other little vehicle shouldn't be there. It's a bit of a... We've got two systems here trying to do pushback. One which is default PDMG, which comes with the aircraft, and the other one is GSX2. So the big pushback vehicle belongs to GSX, which is primarily the one I want. And sometimes this other little one tags itself on, which shouldn't even be there, but I don't know how to get rid of it. I think I'll go into the FMG options and deactivate any external aircraft, vehicles. I think that's how you do it. I don't know what they're doing here. I asked to go to the left. Nose to the left.
Set parking brake. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Okay, so now I'm allowed to start the engines up. Right, so let's go. Let's do it. I'll start number 3 and number 4 first. Right, now let's have a look at duct pressure. Okay, turn run fuel on. You can hear the engine starting to That's 3 and 4 starting up. Now when these 2 lights go out, we'll start number 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And open up fuel valves, cut-off valves. Okay, so now that we've got our engine started, we can turn our APU off, and we'll put the APU engine bleed switch off, and we can turn our packs back on, and we turn back to auto, and we'll put our landing lights, taxi lights on, and we will now confirm that we've got a good engine start. Confirm good engine start. Now they will disconnect. Okay, so we can now flaps 10. So now they're disconnecting.
Unlocking gear.
I don't know why I'm back to front.
Truck disconnected. I have been released.
I specifically asked for a nose to the left, and they've given me a nose to the right. So anyway, I'll try and do a sort of in a rock. I'll have to go over here and do a turn.
Ground Lufthansa 2416, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 2416. Taxi via November Mike Alpha 15 to runway 26 right.
Taxi to runway 26 right via November Mike Alpha 15.
Left is clear,
Lufthansa
right is clear.
2416.
Where is he? Let's have a look. Can't see him. Where is he? Where are you? You're right over there on my left. Ah, there he is.
Ground Iberia 3191. Request startup.
Iberia 3191. Engine start approved.
Roger, Iberia 3191. Iberia 3191, request taxi.
Iberia 3191, taxi via Oscar 3 Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left.
Via Oscar 3 Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left. Iberia 3191.
Right, checklist.
After start checklist, please.
After start checklist. APU.
Off.
APU generators.
Off.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
Check.
Electric low pressure lights.
Off.
Engine bleeds.
On.
Engine generators.
On.
Equipment cooling.
Check.
Air conditioning panel.
Check.
Pressurization panel.
As required.
Fire warning systems.
Normal lights off.
Checklist complete.
Right, so that's that checklist. Now we will turn our, disconnect our brakes, and we will
Ground United 31, ready to taxi.
United 31, taxi via Romeo Sierra Bravo 15 to runway 26 left.
Taxi to runway 26 left via Romeo Sierra Bravo 15, United 31.
Ground Qantas QF78, request taxi.
Qantas, Quebec Foxtrot 78, taxi via Oscar 1 Bravo 15 to runway 26 left.
Via Oscar 1 Bravo 15 to runway 26 left. Qantas QF78.
Now we ask that you direct your attention to the forward side of each cabin to the TV monitors for a brief and important safety message about our winning route. The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign if you haven't already done so. We request that you store your luggage and take your seats so we can have an on-time departure. For those passengers seated in a designated exit where you may be called upon to open that exit in the event of an emergency. Please refer to the safety briefing card of the exit.
Yeah, that's the hostie doing the
To
briefing.
ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe you could be injured, do not wish to, or cannot perform the functions listed, please notify a flight attendant. At this time, we also request that you store your electronic devices until we are above 10,000 feet. I will notify you that it is safe to bring these items out for use. If there's any question as to what device you can use on board today, please refer to the Once Before section of your My Magazine. Thank you for your attention.
Taxi checklist, please.
Taxi checklist. Taxi lights.
On.
Position lights.
On.
Anti-collision lights.
On.
Passenger signs.
On.
Autopilot.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
RTO.
Flaps. Flaps 5. Auto throttle.
Armed.
Com radios.
Checked.
Parking brake.
Release.
Checklist complete.
Right, so now we can taxi. So I'll just bring up that menu.
Ground
with,
2342, request taxi.
Giving
2342,
taxi
taxi
instructions.
via November Mike Alpha 15 to runway 26 right.
Via November Mike Alpha 15
Hey.
to runway 26 right.
Let's have a look at that. So as we can see, this is where we're currently, and we've got to go 01. So there we go, 01 to B15. Now B15 is here, so I'm not sure whether we're going to take S or T in order to see. We can either go down S taxiway
Ground
or T
Finnair
taxiway.
804, ready to taxi.
Finnair 804,
So
taxi via
B15,
Delta
and then
6
that will
November
be
Alpha
runway
15 to
26
runway
left.
26 right.
Via
That's where we
taxiway
are
Delta
right
6
now.
November Alpha 15 to runway 26 right. Finnair 804.
Anyway, let's have a look.
Ground Condor 152, request taxi.
Condor
Right,
1522,
here we go,
taxi
guys.
via Whiskey 2
We're gonna
November
do a
Alpha
taxi,
15 to
power up.
runway 26 right.
Via Whiskey 2 November Alpha 15 to runway 26 right. Condor 1522.
Now, if you see down at our ground speed down here, you can see our speeds start to increase. See, the difference between S and T is that normally inbound traffic goes on one and outbound traffic goes on another, so that there's no head-to-heads. So currently we're doing 14 knots. 10 knots is a required maximum turn rate for a turn.
Lufthansa 3452 is ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 3452, I call you for taxi as soon as your company is moving in front.
Turning these, it always appears that you're overshooting, but you're working on a 3-point axis. So, and the nose is a long way ahead of the front wheel, so where we're sitting. So what we have to figure out now is which aircraft. Okay, we'll go up T, I think. Just passing S. You can see the signage outside. Currently on B7, and we're going to turn on to T. Plane taking off 26 left, and I don't know what he's doing here.
Ground Lufthansa 2243, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 2243, taxi via Mike November 2Gate 104.
Taxi via Mike November 2Gate 104, Lufthansa 2243.
Let's get a bit of speed up. Now we'll go up to B15. So, which is good, there's not a big weight here by the looks of things. So while we're just taxiing along, we might as well do our before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist, please.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps. Flaps 5. Trim.
Checked for correctness.
Speed brake.
Retract.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Com radios.
Set for departure.
Transponder.
Set.
Heading bug.
Aligned with runway.
Anti-ice.
As required.
Checklist complete.
Ground Lufthansa 428, request taxi.
Lufthansa 428, taxi via November Alpha 15 to runway 26 right.
Via November Alpha 15 to runway 26 right, Lufthansa 428.
Ground Lufthansa 2205, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 2205,
See,
taxi via Mike 2Gate 212.
Taxi via Mike 2Gate 212, Lufthansa 2205.
Qantas, Quebec, Foxtrot 78, tower on 118.7.
That's tower.
118.7, Qantas QF78.
B15, here we are. Turn right onto B15. runway 26 left.
Tower Lufthansa 1703 on final.
Lufthansa 1703, clear to land runway 26 left. QNH 1008.
Cleared to land runway 26 left. QNH 1008
short.
Lufthansa
What we
1703.
need to do now is to turn on our
Tower in air 804, holding short of
takeoff
runway
lights,
26 right, ready for
turn
departure.
off our
Air
taxi
804,
lights.
line up runway 26 right.
Line up and wait, runway 26 right, in air 804.
Right, we've done our checklist, and if we have a look here, this is we're currently...
Air 804, wind 250 at 10, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 right, in air 804.
Now request takeoff.
Tower Qantas QF78, holding short of runway 26 left, ready for departure.
Qantas QF78, hold your position.
Holding our position. Qantas QF78.
Let's have a look.
Tower Lufthansa 2416, holding short of runway 26 right, ready for departure.
Lufthansa 2416, hold your position.
Roger, hold position. Lufthansa 2416.
Now we have to wait till he exits the runway. I've got another one coming up. Let's have a look at the weather radar. Not a lot going on, nothing major, just very light.
Lufthansa 5328, line up to 6 left.
And up to the class Lufthansa 5328.
So, A321, A320.
Say again. Qantas QF78.
Qantas QF78, hold your position.
Holding our position. Qantas QF78.
Tower Lufthansa 2229er. On final for
Right,
runway 26 right.
1007 is
Lufthansa
our ground
2229er, clear to land runway 26 right, QNH 1008.
Clear to land runway 26 right, QNH 1008. Lufthansa 2229er.
Qantas QF78, line up runway 26 left.
Here we go.
Lining up runway 26 left. Qantas QF78.
Approaching 26 left.
That's RAS, Runway Advisory Service. That's on board my aircraft. The GPS, it tells me exactly where I am in the airport, which runway I'm on, which one I'm approaching.
Tower 1633. On final.
1633, clear to land runway 26 left, QNH 1008.
Cleared to land runway 26 left. QNH 1008 1633.
26 left.
Qantas QF78, wind 250 at 10, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 26 left. Qantas QF78.
Airspeed alive. $80 knots.
V1.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
V2. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Tower 1723, holding short on runway 26 left, ready for departure.
1723, line up runway 26 left.
Line up and wait, runway.
Departure Qantas QF78 with you, passing 2,200 for flight level 60.
QF78, radar contact, continue Lambda Tango Uniform Romeo Bravo 7 Sierra, departure climb and maintain flight level 130.
Cleared by Tango Uniform Romeo Bravo 7 Sierra, departure climb and maintain flight level 130. Qantas QF78.
Flaps 5. Flaps 1. Flaps up.
Lufthansa 2229er, maintain present altitude.
Maintain present altitude, Lufthansa 2229er.
1, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude 1.
Climb and maintain flight level 100.
Climb and maintain flight level 1001743.
Right, autopilot engaged.
Departure with you at flight level 113.
Identified.
Hate this.
2416. Maintain present altitude.
Maintain present altitude, Lufthansa 2416.
Lufthansa 1811. Maintain present altitude.
Maintain present altitude, Lufthansa 1811.
Lufthansa 2429er. Climb to flight level 100.
Climbing to
Right,
flight
I
level
better
100.
park my landing gear.
Lufthansa
Let's park. Turn off
Climb to flight level
lights.
100.
Climb to flight level 100, Indian, Quebec Uniform Hotel.
Turn on seatbelts. side. There we go.
Lufthansa 2229er. Climb the floor up.
Climb to 4,000 Lufthansa 2229er.
1. Slow to 80. Slowing down to 801.
Stadium down there. That's the airport that we just took off from.
Lufthansa 2416. Climb the floor up.
Climb to 4,000 Lufthansa 2416.
Right, our next heading is 082. Sorry.
Departure Lufthansa 1825 with you at flight level 150. Lufthansa 1825 identified. Now the takeoff checklist, please.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear.
Gear up.
Speed brake.
Retract.
Flaps.
All up.
Landing lights.
Off.
Autopilot.
Check.
Auto throttle.
On as required.
Engine instruments.
Check for distance.
Fuel.
Check.
Passenger signs. On. Checklist complete.
Okay.
Flight level 80 for flight
So
level
we're
120.
almost
2342.
completed
Identified.
our
Climb to flight
seat.
level 130.
So if we have a
Climbing
look
to
here.
flight level 130. 2342.
So here we are, Turbo. When we get to Turbo, that's the end of our seat. And then we just do these 3 legs here. And then we start our star into Innsbruck.
QF 78. Maintain present altitude. Expect Romeo Tango Tango 1. Bravo expect RNAV. To approach. Runway 08. Transition. Echo Lima Mike. Echo Mike. Present altitude. Expect Romeo Tango Tango 1. Bravo RNAV. To approach. Runway 08. Transition. Echo Lima Mike. Echo Mike. Wanda QF 78.
Okay, so it's just telling us RGT1B is our arrival route, RNAV-Z08, again transition Echo Lima Mike, Echo Mike. Oh, here we go, what's going on?
Lufthansa 1825. Descend to flight level 160. Descend to flight level 160. Lufthansa 1825.
Right, I had a autopilot disconnection. Well, I've just corrected that. I don't know why it disconnected, but it did.
2342. Climb to flight level 110. Climbing to flight level 110. 2342.
There we are, we're now approaching the Swiss Alps, or the Austrian Alps.
QF 70. Contact approach on 119.27. 119.27. Wanda QF 78.
Digit MI 529 on the flying from 2240 past the line.
Yeah, computer's really struggling with the scenery, I'm afraid.
Romeo, Tango, on Bravo, Zulu, approach runway 08, transition Echo Lima, Mike, Echo Mike.
Expect Romeo, Tango, 1 Bravo, RNAV, approach, runway 08, transition Echo Lima, Mike, Qantas, QS78.
Right, according to this, our radar altimeter should be set at 993 for this approach. And there's our approach information for runway RNAV Z08. This, I believe, is being, every time I bring the map in here, it disconnects my autopilot, so I better not do it anymore. Right, let's have a look at my 99.
India, Quebec, Mike, X-ray, Delta.
Going down to 0 at QLAM XE.
Right, radio altimeter is 998. Let's set that up.
Maintain flight level 120.
Present altitude at QLAM XE.
Right, 998 radar altimeter is set. Right, so let's have a look. What we're going to do here is we're going to LMM. We're going to head off a little bit. Our current heading for LMM is 258. Now, according to this, at LMM was supposed to be 0.64 max speed. at W750 was supposed to be 175 knots. So I'm going to start bringing this aircraft down to 300 knots.
IQ Orbx 8, climb to flight level 140. Climbing to flight level 140, land back east.
Now if we have a look at this, LMM is where we're heading, so we're going to deviate off to the right. And when we get up here, we're going to do a left-hand turn because we can't turn 180-degree turn without radius. So right, so let's set our braking systems up for arrival. We're going to go to braking systems 3 because a very short runway. And we are going to set our descent rate for finals. Now if we have a look here, there we are. Now according to this, our runway should be directly down here somewhere. Okay, what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to deviate now from out to about there. It'll give us a turning radius to come back to LMM.
Since 3905, thank you. Descent flight level 170.
2170, squeeze 395.
I think that's the runway down there. The Varsi lights, I can start seeing coming in. I'm going to bring my airspeed down to 250. Now set up my computer for approach. Now what we're doing is our final approach speed will be 141 knots at 30 degrees, so we'll select that and we'll put that in there. We just progressively descend. It's like a very long approach finals. Currently we've got 19 knots at 200, and let's check our weather for snowy, which is barometric pressure is 1008, which we will do now, 1008, and wind third or 1 knot. So wind is, you can land anywhere basically.
3905, contact arrival 118.0, bye-bye.
Yankee Cherokee Mercy Swiss 395.
System fulfilled, descent level 170.
Now I'm going to start doing my descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Weather briefing.
Completed.
Speed brake.
Retract.
Altimeter.
Set.
Speed.
Set for approach.
Engine instruments.
Check.
Passenger signs.
On as required.
Checklist complete.
Now I'll put my seatbelts on. And approach lights on.
Hunter, QX78, turn left heading 215, cleared, Zulu approach runway 08, transition Echo Lima 9, Echo 9.
Left turn to heading 215, clear RNAV. Approach, runway 08,
transition
Echo Lima Mike, Echo Mike, Qantas, QF78.
I'm actually, I want to go a bit further. I'm still cutting the corner here. I would have liked to have gone past it much more, which I will do. Now, top of descent, see, we can see here TD. That's where the aircraft will begin to descend down into Innsbruck.
QX78, turn left heading 170.
Left turn to heading 170, Qantas, QF78.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to reduce my airspeed down to 220. This should be quite a nice interception actually. This will come in fairly straight. Turn our LNAV back on again and it'll lock onto that. Then you can see our TD up there. Now I'm going to go for approaching TD. I'm going to go for flaps 1. Reduce airspeed.
S5 BW8, maintain flight level 140.
Present altitude is 5 VWE.
Now I should begin initialize descent and flight plan other requests, initialize descent.
Request to descent Qantas QF78.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you open the bottom of the cabin, we ask that you take your seat and make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Now I have to increase my descent rate, so let's go.
Maintain flight level 140.
I'm manually controlling my descent. You can see my glide scope here. I'm currently 760 feet too high, so I'm trying to draw that back. So if I lower landing gear, that'll create some drag. And if I arm my speed brakes, I'm slowly pulling it back. I'm now 700, 690. Now I'm going to go to flaps 10. Reduce airspeed.
Descent to 12000.
Descent to 12000. There's 5 VWE.
Qantas QF78. Speed to 175.
Speed 175. Qantas QF78.
Flaps 20. So basically I'm getting the plane into a full landing configuration, even though I'm not on finals.
Descent to flight level 160.
Descent to flight level 160 at UMXE.
Right, on finals. I'm still 490 feet high. Descending at 1500 feet a minute. My finals descent rate will be around about 800, 900 feet a minute. Right now 1500, so I'm playing catch up. This is where we do the dog leg.
Qantas QF78. Descent to 1900. Cleared. Final approach. Contact all when established. Frequency is 120.1.
Descent 1900, cleared for final tower at the marker 120.1. Qantas QF78.
IQMXD. Descent to flight level 160.
Descent to flight level 160 at UMXD.
I'm shallowing myself out now. I'm down to 1,200 feet a minute and I'm virtually on the money. Feet a minute, 1,000 feet a minute.
Reception 459, direction 2.5 miles 14, please see the meantime.
253 Roger, wind 300 degrees, 6 knots, clear to land, runway 14.
That's clear to land, down 14, 459.
Tower Qantas QF78 on final.
Qantas QF78, slow to final approach speed, QNH 1008, clear to land runway 08.
Reducing the final approach speed. QNH 1008, cleared to land runway 08, Qantas QF78. Landing checklist, please.
Landing checklist. Landing lights.
On.
Landing gear.
Gear down.
Flaps.
Flaps 30.
Autopilot.
Check.
Auto throttle.
Check.
Destination runway.
Check.
Checklist complete.
2,500.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing, please.
There's the runway there, guys. You can see the Varsi lights there. So we're not aligned yet. We've got to do another left-hand turn to align with it. Now I'll be turning the autopilot off shortly and doing it myself. So autopilot off.
Approaching minimums.
Terrain, pull up.
$1,000.
Hotel 132 departures, bye-bye.
Bye.
Approaching 08.
$500. $400. $300. $200. $60. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Reverse thrusters on.
3,000 feet remaining.
Qantas QF78. Gate is right. Contact ground on 125.4.
125.4. Qantas QF78.
That was a lot of stopping. And here we are at Innsbruck. Right, so what we'll do is we'll just have a quick look at that. From the control tower point of view. And that's the first and only time you'll see a 747 at Innsbruck. That's it.
Swiss Air 132, wind 280 degrees, 3 knots, clear takeoff runway 16.
Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to put our taxi lights on and turn these landing lights off and start our APU. Right. Now we need to reset auto brakes to 0 off and then request parking.
Ground Qantas QF78 is clear of the runway. Request taxi to parking.
Qantas QF78, taxi via Bravo to Terminal 1 Gate 6.
By
Gate
Bravo,
6.
Terminal 1 Gate 6, Qantas QF78.
Complete stop at the gate. That will be your only indication that it's safe to get up and move about the cabin. We also ask that you keep the aisles clear of any carry-on baggage. This is the termination of our flight this morning, so we ask that you check your back pockets, closets, and overhead bins for any articles you may have brought with you. Extra care should be taken when opening the overhead bins, as heavy articles may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of your entire flight crew, it's been our pleasure serving you this morning. Have a pleasant stay.
Now this is the only chart that I've got of Innsbruck. Now gate 6 is somewhere here, so we've just come in on runway 8 and we've turned, here we are sitting at the gate. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to request the gate, and gate 1 suitable parkings is 6, this one, and I'm going to request a follow me vehicle which will actually take me to the gate so that there is no confusion. Right, meanwhile I will start my APU up. It's available now, so I will, so when we get there we can shut the engines down straight away without waiting for external power. And flaps are up, taxi lights are on. Let's try it this way. There we go, we're going to follow this guy.
Classic A313, next taxi left, contact apron 121.75, goodbye. Danke, refund.
So you can see the size of the aircraft that normally come in here. We will be sort of a little bit of a dinosaur. Now I don't have jetways here at this airport, so there's only standard stairs. Don't even have turning circles. Zoom in here so I can see what the hell's going on. Saying left, 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 left. I've got a little bit more power.
Aeropa 1603, wind 90 degrees 5 knots, clear to land runway 14.
Clear to land 14, power 10.
Italia 568, hold short runway 28. Say 235, cross runway 28, contact apron 121.75, goodbye. Goodbye.
There we go. Right, so now that we've got the APU running, we'll put our brakes on, we will shut our engines down. And now we will turn our seatbelt signs off. And we will now request ground power. And put our chocks in and request ground power. Now we will go up and do that. Ground power is active, so now we can turn our fuel off. Right, so we've still got our APU is off. Now what we'll do is we'll
Ground
disarm
1,
our
requesting
doors.
engine start.
1. Startup is approved.
Startup approved. 1.
We'll ask the hosties to disarm and cross-check.
Ground 1, ready to taxi.
1. Taxi via Alpha to runway 08.
Via taxiways Alpha to
Now
runway
we need to
081.
open that door, and the back door. And next page we will do cargo once again. Okay. So we've got 3 doors open now. Now you can see the size of the jumbo compared to everything else. Now what we'll do now is request boarding. And request deboarding, sorry. As you can see, we have ground power here. So generator, ground power, cargo handlers, the stairs are starting to be activated. The trolley, the cargo handlers are off to coming around to get into position to offload the baggage. And soon we will have passengers exiting the aircraft.
Swiss 487, clear to land 14, wind 280 degrees 5 knots.
Clear to land 14, what is it?
Waiting for the bus. Should be a bus arriving shortly. There he comes. Here comes the bus. I don't know why he's going to go under that wing for, but anyway. Ooh, just chopped that straight off. Bit of poetic license. And where's our passengers? There they come. The bus.
Area 5646, contact departure radar, goodbye.
Over to departure area 5646, bye-bye.
Meanwhile, I better get back to work. Okay, alright, well let's start shutting everything down. So, VOR's off, and Flight director off, water thrust off, weather radar off, and 0, right,
Hi, hello, bye, thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.
okay.
Bye, thank you. Bye.
Now turn our transponder.
Bye, thank you. Bye.
Turn our menus off. Menu off.
Great job, gentlemen.
Menu off.
Thank you, thank you. Bye, thank you.
Okay, now let's turn fuel off, crossfeed
Bye,
valves
everyone.
off. Okay, I'll go to the next page. It's a bit easier.
Great job, gentlemen.
Okay. All lights off except for nav light.
Thank you, good night. Thank you.
Caleb, goodbye.
Thanks. Casper, lower and upper, recycle, trim air, your damper. Right. Then we turn this emergency light stop.
Bye. Bye, thank you.
Then we turn
Bye.
our crossfeed valve number 2 and 3 off, window heat off. All these
Great job,
taxi
gentlemen.
lights off.
Bye. Bye, thank you.
Off, and
Great job, gentlemen.
IRS switches off, left to
Great
right
job,
utilities off,
Bye-bye.
and our master battery off, and our nav light off, and that's a complete shutdown of the aircraft. So here we've taken off from Munich and we're now at Innsbruck, and we have still got passengers departing. It'll tell us we've got 211 off for 454. So they just keep going, and that's an amazing bus. That bus actually holds 454 passengers. That's pretty remarkable. But there you go. And we've still got baggage, we've still got one more trolley to go, and forward 1, 2 more. And that's all that done. Now I really need, still got ground power, so if I turn my master battery back on.
Thank you very much, goodbye.
Just to get some power to the FMG. Turn my electric utilities on.
Bye, thank you. Bye.
Bye, thank you for a wonderful flight.
So I'll just wait till they're finished with the baggage and I'll close those doors. As we can see, we've got one pulling back soon. Should call that the Infinity Bus. There's our last baggage train heading off, and this guy's just backing out of there, so we can probably rear entry. I'll go up. Closing those doors. And it looks as though all our passengers have deboarded. Oh no, still got a couple more. We've got flight crew to go yet. Hosty bus will come up soon. You don't want to stop them. Yeah, the bus is about to depart. With 454 passengers on. There we go. There it goes. And then we need the crew bus. Here it comes. There they come. Comes our hosties. Would have expected a few more than that. Oh no, here they come. There's 3, 4. Only 4. Oh, good workers. And guess who'll be departing next? Me! There we go. The 2 of us. Pilot and first officer. Got a bit of a limp. So now that that's happened, I can actually close all the doors now. close, close, and close. That's it. Confirm that. There we go, stairs will come back. Now how am I going to get off the plane? I've just taken the stairs away. There we go. Oh, a bit of a cloud coming in. Look at this. Now I can even, well I could if I can't now. So here we go. Well, we'll just have a bit of a pan around. This is Innsbruck. This is the valley that we came down to land. It's a bit easier coming in this way. This has actually got an ILS, this runway, but the wind wasn't suitable. I could have requested it because it was zero weather, but anyway, I did an RNAV approach. You can, it's more straight. You can, you don't have to do a dog's leg to land on that runway. It's not too bad, the weather. Be quite cold. Right, that's it guys, we're all done. I'll stop recording now, and that's our flight from Munich, Echo Delta Delta Mike to Innsbruck, Lima Oscar Whiskey Indigo. Thank you very much.